Hi, it's Nikki Blonsky from the movie Hairspray. Just kidding, it's Zachary Phillips from the internet. Who is Nikki Blonsky from the movie Hairspray? Gonna be honest, I had no idea until like a few days ago, but now I have completely fallen down the Nikki Blonsky rabbit hole and I cannot get out. Please help me. And you're coming with me. I'm sorry. It's just the way it has to be. Nikki Blonsky is most well known for, you guessed it, starring in the movie Hairspray from 2007, which I have not seen, by the way. I wanted to watch it in preparation for this video, but like, I make these on a tight schedule. The movie's like 2 hours long. That's 2 hours I could be using to procrastinate and watch Instagram Reels. Anyways, Hairspray was incredibly successful, and it was actually Nikki Blonsky's first role in any movie ever. Which is kind of insane, especially considering she's the lead role. And like, Zac Efron is also in this movie. Obviously very famous actor, probably most well known for starring in this picture. Point is, Nikki Blonsky was poised for great success in Hollywood right out the gate. Starring in Hairspray made her very famous at the time, and the press tour for Hairspray only served to further that fame. Nikki and Zach's characters were together in the movie. At least that's what I've heard. I haven't seen the movie. And they really played up their chemistry for the press tour.
Have you guys kind of thought, where will I be in 20 years?
I'm on the couch, and
I'm making him a sandwich.
At one point, they just made out on live television.
Come on, baby.
And what made this even crazier is that Zac Efron was actually dating Master Chief from Halo at the time. Oh. Sorry, I just received info that it was actually Vanessa Hudgens that he was dating, not Master Chief from Halo. My bad. Nowadays, it's easy to look back on this and be like, oh, well, obviously they were playing it up for the camera, you know? But if you were a teenage girl in 2007, you would be eating this up. And they were. Nikki would eventually address this on the Wendy Williams show, which is basically InfoWars for teenage girls and wine moms.
Let me ask you something.
Okay, let's get serious now.
Do you think that he and Vanessa will go the distance and get married? Not yet, just eventually.
No.
Okay.
Sorry. Sorry, D. Love you, girl, but it ain't happening. It's just, you want the truth. It's the truth.
I'm sorry to hear that, too.
Sorry, Hollywood. I know him real well. I love him real well, but...
Oh, you're a good, funny girl.
Okay, hold up. What the hell was that about?
You're a good, funny girl.
You're a good, funny girl. Why did she say that? They don't make television like this anymore. Also worth noting that this was like 3 years after Hairspray had already come out. So like, the press tour was over, you know? This was just home wrecking for the love of the game.
I know him real well. I love him real well.
Nikki Blonsky was also this kind of icon for plus-size girls at the time.
you know, I'm not all about these like super skinny perfect girls. That's so Hollywood. That's not what girls are about. It's self-confidence. It's sense of humor. It's fun. It's what you do. It's how comfortable you are.
It's how you shake your stuff.
And that's
and that is what you do.
Nikki's got some stuff to shake.
Yeah, and I shook it all for him, didn't I?
God, she's always got a one-liner just ready to go. It's incredible. But someone like Nikki Blonsky starring alongside Zac Efron was like unheard of at the time. Because keep in mind, this was 2007. This was at a time where a female celebrity could be super thin, like 10% body fat. And there would still be like 100 magazines being like, Jesus, she's really packing on the pounds. Moo! Hey, ever heard of a treadmill? Moo! I'm realizing now that someone could take that out of context and to make me look really bad. But I'm gonna ask that you don't, just sort of like an honor system we got going on here. But despite being this icon, despite her first movie ever being a huge success, Nikki Blonsky's career never really went anywhere. Like, she's gotten roles over the years, but not many. I think part of the reason for this is that it seems like she was really typecast as the plus-sized girl. I mean, this movie was literally just called Huge. How did they pitch that to her? Nikki, listen, we've got the role of a lifetime. You're gonna love this one. And getting typecast as anything as an up-and-coming actor is usually bad because they usually don't get a lot of roles after a while, after playing the same character over and over again. Her career was kind of in the toilet in the years following Hairspray. At one point, a picture of her working at a hair salon was going around, but she said it wasn't her.
You work in a salon?
Actually, I never worked in a salon.
Are you broke?
I'm not wealthy in any means, but I still live with my parents. You gotta do what you gotta do.
You gotta do what you gotta do. She's so good. She simultaneously has like no media training at all, but also it just comes so naturally to her. But then she did say it was her at the salon, I think. I don't know what's going on. Something that may have also contributed to her career going downhill. And I might be wrong, I'm just spitballing here. But the hate crime might have had something to do with it, I don't know. When I say hate crime, I mean allegedly in Minecraft, of course. Now, if you're like only vaguely familiar with Nikki Blonsky from the movie Hairspray, then you probably don't even know about this. You're probably like, hate crime? That's more of a Mark Wahlberg thing. Hell, I didn't know about this until like halfway through making this video. But it is something that did happen, and it's insane. So it's 2008, it's like a year after Hairspray comes out, and there is an incident that goes down at an airport. Now, there are two major parties involved in this incident. Nikki Blonsky and her family, and Bianca Golden and her family. Just real quick, in case you don't know, Bianca Golden is a very famous model. She was on America's Next Top Model for a while. So supposedly, Nikki and Bianca ran into each other at the airport, and they got into an argument about seating. Then their parents got involved, and it just got really aggressive. Then the cops came, and like, most of them were arrested, but Nikki and Bianca were charged with actual bodily harm and assault. Both of their charges were eventually dropped, but Carl Blonsky, Nikki Blonsky's father, was charged with grievous bodily harm and assault because he put Bianca's mother in the hospital. A man did this to a woman. I just want to reiterate that. Here is Bianca talking about what happened.
We arguing with each other, but my mom had came over and she was like, guys, you need to calm down. You realize you're in the airport. And before my mom could walk away from us, her father, who I didn't know was her father at the time.
Nikki's father?
Nikki's father came and he punched my mom.
What?
He like knocked her out. And would you guys understand?
Knocked her out?
Knocked her out. The airport security finally came and separated everybody, and they called us, I don't know if I can say this, but you know,
say it.
They called us snitches and they called us, get these animals out of here. And her father and mother started saying, they got rabies, my daughter has to get shots. Fractured skull. She couldn't walk.
Fractured skull?
She couldn't walk. He hit my mom, and like her face is still black and blue.
Yeah, just once again, I don't know how a man could like do that to a woman in any sort of like self-defense situation. Seems pretty cut and dry to me that like Carl Blonsky sucks. But Nikki would go on to say that Bianca was actually the racist one. Obviously, Bianca's account was very different. Nikki also said that the hardest part for me is to see my parents walk around in sadness. Oh, boo-hoo. At least they can walk, Nikki.
She couldn't walk.
Fractured skull?
She couldn't walk.
So none of this is a good look for Nikki and her father, obviously. But it is worth noting that Nikki did actually attend a civil rights protest in the movie Hairspray. Anyways, Nikki Blonsky's career was not in a great spot, obviously. I think I've said that like 5 times probably now. And she started to gain this reputation as someone who just could not let go of the past. She could not let go of Hairspray. My favorite example of this would have to be her Twitter.
Hey, it's Nikki Blonsky from the movie Hairspray. 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 Hey,
yeah, this goes on for like 3 more
Blonsky
minutes,
from
but
the
you get the
Hairspray.
idea. This is another just pretty prominent aspect of Nikki Blonsky, is that her digital footprint is fucking insane. One of my favorite moments was the hotel room tour she did on her Instagram story.
I mean, this place is just mind-blowing. That's amazing. I think everybody needs a TV that big. I'm just saying.
I do really envy her sense of childlike wonder. She's also really big on Cameo right now. There's actually kind of a Nikki Blonsky renaissance happening.
Y'all remember Nikki Blonsky, the star of 2007's Hairspray movie musical. She won a Critics' Choice Award and was nominated for a Golden Globe for that movie. Well, now she's blowing up on TikTok nearly 20 years later with fans sharing the cameo videos that she's recorded on their behalf.
Most of these just consist of her singing a song from Hairspray.
You can't stop an avalanche as it races.
She was actually in that movie, by the way. Did you know that? In half of the cameos, she's on the toilet while she's filming them, and she's like definitely absolutely plastered.
Best friend Sophia. Oh, well, your best friend reached out to me to tell me that you are a huge fan of Hairspray and that Hairspray is your favorite movie. besides all the Harry Potter movies. LOL.
She's shitting right now while she's filming the cameo. I wanted to book one of these for the video, but they are $100, so I will not be doing that, sorry. But that's it for Nikki Blonsky from the movie Hairspray, really. Pretty sure she also came out as a lesbian at one point. Good for her, you go girl. But before I made this video, I saw a ton of videos like mine just kind of making fun of Nikki Blonsky. And I did feel bad for her, because even if most of it is lighthearted, the entire internet making fun of you probably hurts a little bit. Then I found out about the hate crime and I felt a lot less bad, but people can change. I don't want to definitively say that Nikki Blonsky is a horrible person. I just think that she's fascinating, and that's why I made this video. Also, it's a trending topic and I'm really trying to grow the channel. Thank you for watching, see you in the next one, bye.